My name is Melissa Jaros and I'm a third year student studying a Bachelor of Journalism at the University of Wollongong. Convergent Journalism 2 was really a stepping stone from the last Convergent subject I completed. Before, we had to learn how to use new software, how to connect photos and text, and the very basics of what Convergent Journalism is. Whilst we needed to learn the new Final Cut software this semester, it was really about showing our flair and challenging ourselves in this new realm of journalism. The first assignment, the pitch, really taught me the essentials of convergent pieces, that if you don't have pictures, you don't have a story. Whether the pictures are graphics, photo stills, or even video, they are all important and you need to find how to make them work together. The second assignment was really a testing assignment for me. Being at the Mercury for 3 weeks, I missed out on the very basics of video editing, so I had a lot of catching up to do when I got back. So the Great Illawarra Walk piece was more like a trial for the bigger convergent piece on youth unemployment in the Illawarra. I had a lot of issues with the first assignment. The poor editing, which was a result of a lack of time, and the basic knowledge of framing really diminished the quality of the video. I learnt from this assignment and took the knowledge into the second video, especially delivering a more authoritative and confident RVO. I really learnt about the importance of framing interviews properly. I struggled with this in the first assignment, but the framing and the audio of the second video was better quality. For my second piece, I chose to combat a new style topic that didn't necessarily lend itself to a convergent piece, as an event would. It was a great challenge and I really enjoyed tackling an important issue such as youth unemployment in the region. This subject has also led me to looking at a diverse range of multimedia sections of the main newspaper sites, including The Australian, the Sydney Morning Herald and the Daily Telegraph, while also looking overseas to the New York Times. I've learnt so far that it's important to view other people's multimedia pieces to learn what works well and what doesn't. Also, from watching various convergent pieces, I've learnt how to integrate the photo stills into video and show video and photos can work together effectively. Learning about camera angles helped me to think creatively and provided diversity in shots in both videos. Also, learning the various techniques that can be used with the camera has widened my knowledge and possible ideas for future convergent pieces. This will also prove invaluable within the broadcast journalism subject. Throughout the interviewing process, I also picked up on small techniques such as trying to stand as close to the camera as possible when interviewing someone to ensure they're standing on the right angle. I also learnt to leave a large gap in between the end of talent's grabs and your next question to make the editing process. The biggest development from the first video to the second is being able to capture the static shot for 10 seconds. When doing this, it made the editing process much easier. I found with my second piece, organising what cover shots I wanted led to having a more succinct and well-covered piece. I also learnt the importance of using RVOs to draw all of the talents together rather than taking the easy way out and using music. The last assignment also pushed me to draw everything I've learnt from not only Convergence but from all of my other subjects to produce something that I'm very proud of. I also experimented with animation, which ended up being harder than I thought. I encountered various obstacles along the way. The first convergent piece was really a steep learning curve and has left my final product much better off. The second piece, I tackled issues including trying to find cover shots for youth unemployment, and I had to be creative in the way I represented youth. I also spent a lot of time refining my editing in my final piece, and I learnt the importance of really focusing on the editing process, as it can make or break your work. Overall, I have learnt many lessons, and I feel I have the skill base to complete a professional video with a narrative, proper framing, editing, and cover shots. It's exciting to have this skill basis in a time when journalism is evolving. These skills will prove invaluable in a newsroom of more traditional journalists.